Welcome everybody, KD here with another live stream, and sorry for the delay first. So I want to do two things today. Um, so one thing is, for some reason I'm not live on the live, but whatever. For today it's okay. This probably won't be the longest stream. I'm not sure, but I don't want to, because I'm already late, I don't want to restart. So Twitch and YouTube is fine for the moment. So this is open, that's fine. What else? Yeah. So I wanted to do two things today. So I want to go back to the Vulture, but probably only for only short. First, on Friday, I always do an update for my for the demo version of my game, and so I did that. I want to upload it before the stream. However, I did, because I still had some time, I did a little bit more test runs and so on, and kind of tested other things that didn't have to do with the update per se, but just, you know, sorry about that. Where was I? Yeah, so what I mean with that, I just played the demo version and I kind of found a couple of problems, bug fixes, and then I was like, what should I do? Should I upload the release because it's only small problems, or should I skip the live stream I wanted to do today and instead doing the bug fixes? And then I kind of looked at the fixes and they shouldn't take too long. So first I want to do the bug fixes on the stream, then I will jump to the Vulture a little bit, and then after the stream I will upload the new version, and then it should be up in a couple of hours. Depending where you live, it's still Friday. For me it won't be Friday, but that's okay. I guess. But then the bug fixes are already in, and I don't have to kind of release tomorrow patch for all the for this, some of them very small bug fixes. So yeah, let's do them. So why I'm doing that, just short about this release. If you download this now, the 0.4 release, you won't miss, or if you will download it shortly, you won't miss too much. So this is only a small update. The reason at the moment probably next week too will be only a shorter update. I mean, I still have a lot of things planned, things I wanna add in smaller steps to it. So maybe next week will be actually a bigger one. But yeah, that doesn't matter right now. What I want to say is, this week and maybe in the next weeks, the updates won't be that big, because I'm working on bigger updates that just take longer than a week to do. These updates are like with the Vulture will be a new enemy type, so that's one, adding more enemies. I will, after I finish the mesh for the Vulture, I probably will just jump into the next mesh. So a little bit sand-based monster and animals. So there will be a scorpion. There will probably something like a snake. And then there will be a special one. I'm not sure if I managed to do this in the demo version. A little special one will be a sand golem. And here's a little special because you have to defeat this guy differently, and I'm not sure if I want to put him, if I manage to put him in the demo, the Sun Golem, he probably will be kinda on specific stage, so maybe stage 50 or so, and as boss, kinda as a kind of boss enemy or something like that. Because in the main game itself, the idea with the Sun Golem is that's it's you want you alone. Okay. So the thing with the Sun Golem in the game is, oh, I see. So I have to make you smaller too. Slow down. Sorry. So in the main game, the Sun Golem is kind of like the first real boss enemy, but then after that, there will be the Sun Golem will. There is more than one, so he will come back. And this is kind of like the first. So he is at the first boss enemy, but then you will have to fight more Sun Golems later on, and then it's not a boss anymore. So the reason why he will be a boss in the main game is really because he introduces kind of a new, I won't say new mechanic, because it's already an existing mechanic, but a little bit a new angle to combat and fight, and he's the first type of enemy you will then meet more, and you can only defeat them in a certain way. And so this first boss battle is also a little bit an introduction to this different angle how to defeat this type of monsters. So if you meet them later on, you know how to defeat them. That's kind of the thing with this Sand Golem. So like I said, I'm not sure, depending on how everything goes, I probably want the Sand Golem will probably not be in the demo version. But I mean, there is a little bit kind of like, I'm not 100% sure that as soon as I will work on the main game, that I completely will abandon the demo version. So the reason for that is because the demo version is very good to, like I said, introduce new enemies, introduce player characters, and stuff like that, and maybe new test and just test them. Do they work? How are the animations? How are the effects? The camera and everything like that. How are they balanced and stuff like that. So maybe I will. So I see now what the problem is. Okay. Not dexterity. You composure. So composure. Probably. So so an idea is to keep the demo version alive and just add new monsters and so on, and also play characters, and so to just test them, find a good balance for them and stuff like that. That's one idea, but the question is, will I keep it live, because it may spoil things in for the main game, and also because it takes it's kind of like time consuming. It's not that time consuming with a smaller project like the demo version is, but maybe when we add more monsters and stuff, then gets problem. So there is a time problem to always upload also the demo version with new updates and stuff. So I'm not sure if I will do this live or if I just keep the demo version for myself, kinda, to test. The other thing is that it may spoil stuff, and the other thing is that people already told me that demo version is boring, so I hope of course I can make it more interesting. But yeah, you just jump in a fight and then fight again and fight again, then you kind of the same enemy and so on. Yeah, I understand that this is boring, but you have to understand that the main game will have more aspects to it. There will be a world, there will be a story, there will be exploration, there will be interaction with NPCs and stuff like that. And this is actually already the first bug, just the text that was wrong. Yeah, so that's kinda, I will then see. Maybe for a while I will support the demo version and then at some point scrap it and just use it really for me for testing. And yeah, and maybe give it to some people for testing too. So for getting feedback and stuff like that. The other problem is that I want to open a separate project for the demo version and the main game. So the demo version will probably be pretty big, even kind of without. Maybe I can limit it. It's maybe possible to limit it. I'm not 100% sure. But if the main game expands, then probably the demo version will expand too, and then again trouble with uploading. And then also when the demo version is extremely big, then it doesn't make sense to upload it, and probably because no one will download it anyway. So yeah, so that was one thing crossed out of the list. It would have been faster, of course, if I didn't talk the whole time. So another thing will be, let's improve, open that. And then the second thing I'm doing right now is, of course, not only enemies, but also add more play characters. So the goal of the demo before I really jump into the main game is to have the combat system laid out for multiple enemies, not only one, multiple enemies, and multiple players. So probably 5 enemies at max and 3 players. 3 players is kind of classic. Maybe I will change my mind and do more and give you the option to add more. I'm not 100% sure. Also, so because I already know for some boss battle there will be more, but I'm not sure if I will give you the option to have more than 3 in common battles, in random battles, if I will give you more than 3 play characters, and then this these boss battles will be a little bit special, different. That's at least the plan for now, that Yeah, that's the plan for now. That in normal combat, in random encounters, you will have 3 players, and then there will be these exceptions with more than 3 players um, for some special. Oh, I see. So it's good that all the bugs are only small things, but anyway, like 99% of the bugs are just some small things. Some small mistakes you made, and luckily right now I immediately found the problems. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find them, and then it can get annoying, and then when you find it you slap yourself because you couldn't find it or didn't think about it earlier. So that's a problem. That's one bug. Other bug. Then I have third one that shouldn't be hopefully that hard. So yeah, these are kind of things I'm thinking about. So I also want to do. I probably will put up a schedule pretty soon for these live streams. So I really want to make them more regular again. The idea at the moment is 4 to 5 times, 4 to 5 times in a week. Doing live streams 4 to 5 times a week, around 2 hours, 2-3 hours, something like that. That's the plan for now. And then maybe when I get some better hardware and stuff, I maybe will do even more streams and maybe a little bit more different stuff. Anyway, so the third one is here. Button. Visibility. I see. Wait a moment, that was the right one. No, I'm not sure. Let's see this. Collect. Yeah, this was the right one. This is the wrong one. And hide this. And this is the third fix. Told you there are only small fixes, but kind of annoying ones. And then the fourth fix I have will be a little bit more complicated. I don't know, like D-Live didn't work. But anyway, at some point I have to fix the whole streaming thing, but I just didn't find I didn't find the time to do something about it. And as long as streaming works, it's okay. So anyway, then the last one is maybe a little bit the bigger one, but not that big of a deal. So today with the Vulture, so one thing I want to show you, I deleted the legs I did in the last stream because they were absolutely terrible. I made new one. They have a little bit more detail. They're not perfect. They're maybe a little bit better when I smooth them. Yeah. But I think with textures and so on, they will probably look not bad. And so what I want to do today is, or at least start, is with the feathers. Okay, so this will be here in combat. So one problem is, maybe I should jump in something I have to test, maybe. And then I can explain it. What's the problem here? Maybe. So that can take a moment. So what I want to do today is the feathers. So what we see here, we have kind of a little bit different types of feathers. We have here the dark ones or darker ones on the wings and on the back of the tails, and then he has brighter ones on the body. I will do, so I'm not 100% sure how I will do the body because it's kind of very special. I may do the body different. What also will be interesting to do is this thing in the back here. Anyway, so let me. It's not a problem with that. Yes, so we have different color of feathers, but I will only do one texture for feathers, and I will do this the texture in black and white. Maybe not black and white, that's because I probably won't use black, but white and gray. The reason for that is because I can then bring this texture into Unreal Engine, this white and gray texture into Unreal Engine. So actually I will use black for the outlines actually. So white, gray and black, I will bring these textures into Unreal Engine, and then I can pretty simple with vertex parameters then add color to it. And the thing is that I can add, even if I have different colored feathers, I only have one textures, and then I just add different colors to these textures. So I only have to do it once. Anyway, so the problem right now is with the animation. If I press on punch and then I go over thrust, the animation cycle changes, and then I go on go and do my attack, he won't do the animation. I think I can pretty simple fix this, to be honest, or more or less simple. It shouldn't be that hard. Not here. Commands suck. I mean, of course. Let's first try in the short range, so we can just test it out. Very simple. And the problem is that when we press on go, that we change the animation to, because right now we only changed animation when we hover, when we actually hover over the button, over the attack button. But of course when we hover over another button while we move to the OK button, then so I have to be very careful here. That's 11, that's 13. I have 0, 1 and 2, right? 0, 1 and 2. Okay, then 11 should be 0. So what I just do is now when I press on OK, we go back to the animation cycle we wanted. Or hopefully we do. No, 2, sorry. How did that happen? Anyway, I'm not 100% sure, because at least here, I don't see animation here. At least here should be another animation going. I'm not 100% sure how I did this. That's something I have to look up. I'm actually a little bit unsure right now. Where is the combat animation 0? Weapon 0, 0. Hello, Geo TARK. I'm fine. Hello. I'm fixing some bugs with my game. I can show you later on what the game is. It's a turn-based RPG. And I have a little bit troubles with the animations, so I try to fix it. Or with the animation cycle. You know what? Let's just test it here. So I will do punch. I will go over thrust. Let's see what happens. No, it's not working. Yeah, I have to go into the Animation blueprint. I was hoping it would be easy to fix, but it's maybe a little bit more complicated. Yeah. I think the problem is that I already jump into the next step of the animation. You see here. I think that's the problem. That's your number one. Hello, Panos track. Why will I use Unity? With Unreal Engine 4 I have access to every tool. With Unity I have to pay money if I want every tool. And I don't think that Godot maybe needs a little bit more time. The problem is this one here. Let me think. If I press on it, then we already jump. Yes, I know Godot is free, but I haven't worked a lot in Godot, but I think I'm not taking it serious. I'm just asking. I got this. This is not the first time I got this. Why you not using Unity? But I looked at Unity and Unreal Engine. I looked at Unity and Unreal Engine, and Unity is not completely free, so I don't understand why I should use Unity. Sorry, sorry if I didn't want to be so angry. Sorry. So here we keep on God damn it. Sometimes it would be nice if I remember how I do things. Yeah, there is a huge delay, sorry. I think it's because I use Restream. Knife, tack. Oh. Here I am. That's what I wanted. It's raining. 1 minute? Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what I should do against that. I think I took the wrong number. Actually, this is on hovered. 0, 1, 2. Then this is on pressed. Keep it on. Like to keep it on 0 here. Isaac Deek. No, I don't think so. Doesn't ring a bell right now. Hello, event begin play. Nice name. What's the reason for using state machine instead of montages? I would say because that's how I know how to do it. Let me see. Something is fucking me up here, and I'm not sure what it is. I think it's the SRA number. What's the other one? Oh, prep number. Yeah, yeah. The problem is right now it doesn't work. but I don't use the prep number here right now. So when we have 1, we go here, and then when we jump to 11, that's the problem. And here, this is, why is this 112? Oh no, wait, I know what's the problem here. At least what the problem is there. Tag number 12. Yeah, I'm working on a turn-based RPG. Let me play it again. Maybe we'll find out what the problem is then. So my problem is that when I hover over the different attacks, the animations change. So now the problem is when I, as example, use punch, and then I hover over something else, and then I go to go, the animation cycle won't work. So he will stay in this static thing here, and that's not good. Because when I punch, now he did it again. There is something I miss, and I think it's this one here. So when I press here, it's 11. When I press here, it's 12. Pressing here is already 0. That's strange. Then here's one. Let me test something else. So when I go here, then we have the same problem again. I think here I can fix it if I go back to or so how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. God damn it. Let me try this. This is equal 11. No, I just was explaining. Don't worry, I probably will find the problem at some. I was just hoping this was just a short fix and now it's a little bit long. Don't worry, but thank you for trying. Yeah, but I don't think it's a bug, it's just something is not working in the script correctly. But thank you for helping. Let me try this. Yeah, let's just try it. I kind of just have to get back to the animations icon, then I'm more or less fine. But maybe there is a step I'm forgetting right now. That's probably the problem. No, it's not working. Ah, I know what I could do. So do you think it would be better to do with montage animations? I don't think I ever did it this way. And you could be possibly right, because animations, I'm not an expert. Definitely not an expert. I'm not an expert in anything here. So on hovered, I'm not sure. Maybe that can fix it. Oh wait. That's the one. If this would work, that's but there is a problem. I have to go to 11. Let me just try it. Let's just try. Don't think that works, but okay, frost. We press on it, we go to punch, then the animation changes. And then when we go here, so actually, no, it didn't work. Now it goes back to 0. That's annoying. I mean, actually this step is fine, but let me delete the rest here back, in the back. Maybe not the whole thing. Maybe I can jump then from here to 11, and then maybe it works. No idea. If that doesn't work, I will probably move on and do this off stream. Yeah, let's just try again. Whoa. I go on frost, press on it, then I go to punch. But you know what, actually, yeah, no, it's fine. I have to do it. Then I go here, he goes back into the stance. And why is he... Wait a moment, wait a moment. I think maybe I've solved the problem, more or less. Is maybe this one. So we press on frost, we go over punch, he changes, we go back here. Yeah, I was on the wrong event. So stupid. Anyway, so this one here should be 0. So short range attack. I select punch. This time I go thrust. Let's see. He goes back. Yeah, that was the problem. God damn it. Was my stupid mistake all the whole time. It would have worked from the beginning. So now wait. This one here should be 12 probably. And then we also do here and hover it. And here, oh, wait a moment. Now it should work. So with that, I kind of want to change to Blender for a short while. Let me just look here, my professional stream here. Yeah, an hour. Yeah. So sorry for everyone that is here for Unreal Engine. But I will finish this off stream because it's now just the same thing over and over again. Now I have the solution, that's great. So here I'm working on my Vulture. Kind of made this legs off stream, so now we have to give him feathers. I'm not 100% sure how I want to do the ones that are close to him, if I really want to just make a cluster of feathers over him. But let's first make some. Let's just first make the feather. Better do it manually. I'll first make a cube. I make sure that it's centered. Then I go edit mode. I delete the cube here. Then I make my feather form. So first I make the, how you say it, you know, the center of the feather. I'm pretty sure it has a name. Say, I mean, I still can't change the size of the feather, no problem. Let's be sure that it's centered, and then we'll add a modifier. Let me see. Maybe I have to make it a little bit thinner. And add a modifier and a screw modifier, and then get a round form here. It's a little bit thick, but can slim it down pretty easily. Still 0 here. Let's apply this one here, and then we should have the full form. Oh yeah, now what the problem is, maybe it works when you just remove the doubles. No, it didn't work. I guess the problem here is that they're not connected here. So what you just have to do is take the endpoints, take all of them, and then you just can say center and they will merge in the center, which is pretty useful. So I wanted to take the two outlines here. Press E as, and then I can make it bigger. And I'm not too worried about the form right now. Simply let's push this up here. Maybe a little bit down because of these lines here. Anyway, I'm not worried about how it looks. This doesn't look like a feather, but that's actually fine right now. Simply because I will do this with textures then. Fixing it with the texture. Let's up here. Why do you a little bit bigger? I mean, let's just. I just need enough space. That's all. I want to keep it very simple, the form of the feathers, because we will have a lot of feathers. So what I will do now is I will prepare everything for then later for the textures, so I can make the texture very simple. So to make a smart UFO unwrap here, I will add a new material. I call this feather 1. Okay. Now we have this, and go into edit mode. That's actually all I have to do right now, because now The UV is saved and everything, um, so I can later come back with the creating the textures. So a little bit the problem here is that actually you have to bring it more inside, because it's kind of seamless here, the first feather from. So anyway, maybe I did something wrong, because here this is maybe that, and I'm not so sure if these are kind of like something like fingers. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let's say the first one here. Of course not. Why is this guy so much so? So here we have to change the angle. Maybe it will be helpful if I make the texture first, to be honest. Because these feathers here, they don't really touch each other, and then they get closer to each other. Also, this one here will be kind of longer. Let me change the size. Um, So now these feathers will be a little bit closer to each other. Yes, I don't know yet how I will do all this stuff here. We'll see. I will find a solution. So the problem here is that these feathers now, they will be kinda on the same level. I mean problem. It's more or less a problem. A little bit. There's maybe a little bit too much. Maybe I have to get closer with them. So now maybe I have to look from another angle. Hmm. Let me add here. Yeah, I think I kind of have an idea how I can do this here. Mm-hmm. Let me get to this guy here. first. To what happens. Okay. Let me move this to a separate. And then we delete the lower rows. Okay. So as let's make it a little bit bigger. Then we immediately have the problem here. Just a little bit. Yeah, that maybe works. That's X. Let's make it here a little bit more. So when we look here, we go here, go pretty. No, not here, but here. That's actually pretty good right now. Down. But here, then we are straight. So I will try to even this out a little bit. So it's actually not straight. Goes down here, up here, down here again. But this line is straight. That's what I meant. Maybe, just thinking, maybe I can leave it like this. I mean, it doesn't have to be completely the same. Then let's try to go there. And then the rest I will hopefully fix with textures. I mean fix, just make it more interesting with textures. So I think I have to add a little bit thickness to it. A little bit more. That's X. Oh. So I guess I will really do the textures at the end, or almost at the end. So what I have to do now is to get another feather. So I did something stupid here. I should have kept the feather. But it's not that big of a deal. Actually, maybe I can do this in here. So let's do kind of the at least not the feathers, the upper tail feathers. And then, yeah, I kind of have to think about how I will do kind of the almost fur-like feathers. That's maybe the best thing I can say. Fur-like feathers. How I do them. I mean, you clearly see this distinction between the feathers on the wings and then the feathers on the wings and the tail that he clearly needs to navigate, and then kind of really the ones that are covering his skin. And at first I was kind of like, let's make the coat, the fur coat, not the feather coat, almost like a cluster of a lot of feathers. But I kind of think it's probably better if we do a separate, a very simple mesh over it, or maybe just taking the same form and then working with textures a little bit, and then maybe at the end we do some more feathers. I'm not 100% sure how exactly I want to do it, but I have to. I'm not sure if he has feathers in the back. I don't. Then this thing here comes to. I have an idea how I could do it as really as a compact mesh, but I think that's maybe then too demanding, too many vectors if I do it like this. I just remembered something. I have to add here a modifier. Solidify modifier. Let me see. That's a little bit a lot. Just a little bit, because Unreal Engine, if we keep it flat, Unreal Engine will only show us one side. Anyway, so I will take one feather, and with that we want to make the tail. So now we don't have really not very excellent angle here. Maybe have to fit it a little bit. It's maybe too strong angle here. Guess we can live with that. Okay. Let's make one more. This one here a little bit to the outside. Maybe a little bit smaller one. My cat came in saying hello. Yeah, we don't have to worry about that. That's just, or maybe, I think that's too thick. Problem is, the bird is anyway too small right now, so I have to make him bigger at some point. And I think that's kind of problem. If you have very small stuff, that we get this graphical problems here. I'm not too sure if I will do the feather texture on stream. I probably will do it separate and then explain it on another stream, how I do it, because it may take some time. Okay, something else. So yeah, so the fur coat, I will probably do next time. Because I have to think about. I mean, when I look at the picture, it's almost like he has two. He has a torso one, and then here down one. I probably will do it the same. I will do two, and then here on the back, it's a little bit special. Then definitely this one here. Yeah. So I'm just thinking, is there something we could do fast? I'm not sure about this part here, how exact. I mean, I have a couple of ideas, but one is it. I probably will want to try out um, off stream because I'm not 100% sure how the tool exactly works. You have to use for that. So I probably have to look up a tutorial. Then the rest. Also have to think about this, the head, how exactly I want to do this. But let me do something else. So we have here this already. Let me this, and then here I'm not sure where exactly to stop. Let me check the picture. Yeah, down here. Down here. So I'm too high. So almost, yeah. It's difficult right now. Difficult here. But I think difficult. I almost have to look this up from top. Yeah, it's kind of difficult to find the right. I added too much. I already put too much vertexes in it, to be honest. What makes my job a little bit more difficult here. So when I look at wasn't that difficult then. So yeah, this part is very special here. So let's go here. Edit mode. I think that's okay. So I take this. For now I do it. I will merge everything together later on, but for now. So something wasn't. I wasn't too careful. Yeah, okay, I have to live with that. That's maybe okay. So I wanna go here. Put this in the center. And then because I'm not sure why I put him so much forward. It's a little bit annoying right now. So this will be the upper part, then the lower part will be a little bit more complicated. That I have to connect actually the legs, probably. Let me do one thing before I do that. Let me first check. Okay, these are 16. That's 8. So I could subdivide it one more time, but then how many? 8,000. One more time, subdividing will make 16,000. Or I could do 1, 4. Yeah, we'll find a way. Should I do? No, not 100% sure how I will do this one here. This is also a little bit special because here he is almost naked. Then he has almost like a, how do you say, anyway, just on the back of the head. There, and a little bit down here. So we have this part, then we need this part plus the leg. Actually, maybe I could do it like this. Maybe I have to do the leg separate. Anyway, separate actually. I have this part here, torso. Now I need the lower part plus the legs and then head. Yeah, I think I would. I have to think a little bit about this. How I want to go forward here. Maybe experiment a little bit. So I guess I will stop here. Almost 2 hours. So that's not bad. With that, thank you for watching. Like I said, I will end here. I will do next time go a little bit